MetaQuest 4 is here, and I'm going to answer the question, is it worth the upgrade? So right here's the new MetaQuest 4 headset. It looks pretty similar to the Quest 3, but there are some subtle differences that you should know about. I'm an independent researcher, so this video is going to be more of an opinion-based video rather than like a technical review or something like that. That being said, I have been using the Quest 2 since it came out, and I am currently using the Quest Pro for work. So I do have a lot of experience with these headsets. And this right here is my Quest 2 headset, which has been my main VR gaming headset for about a year now. First of all, you now have full access to the desktop inside of VR, which means the headset can focus on the part of the image that you re-looking at, and render that with a higher resolution, and then render the parts of the image that you not looking at with a lower resolution. For some reason that feature wasn't available on launch day, but it is now. So now you can read text in VR without having to like pinch and zoom and all that stuff, and it works really well. Like I was reading text in the browser, and it just works really well. So that's really cool. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it helped you make a decision about whether or not you want to upgrade to the Quest 4. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. This is supposed to improve performance, and it also is going to reduce the screen door effect. So you can open up any program that you want on your computer and use it in VR. If you're someone who plays VR casually, then I wouldn't bother upgrading. However, if you're somebody who uses VR regularly, then I do think it's worth it. The weight reduction is a huge deal. The Quest 4 is a lot more comfortable than the Quest 3 and the Quest 2 and the other upgrades, such as the improved multitasking, the eye tracking, and the avatar system are also nice to have. In addition to that, the multitasking menu has been greatly improved. You can even upload your own face if you want to. And you can use these avatars in VR chat and in Horizon Worlds. So those are the major upgrades that you're getting with the Quest 4. You can now snap windows to different parts of your screen, and you can resize them and do all sorts of stuff. So multitasking is definitely a lot better on the Quest 4. So before we get into the video, I do want to mention that I'm not a YouTuber. So let's start off by talking about what's different between the Quest 4 and the Quest 3. First of all, the Quest 4 is significantly lighter than the Quest 3. There is a big difference in weight between these two headsets. It's 2064 by 2208 per eye versus 1920 by 1832 on the Quest 3. But again, this is a very subtle difference, and I don't think most people are going to notice it. The refresh rate stays the same though at 90 Hz. So no, you're not going to get 120 Hz with the Quest 4. In addition to that, the form factor is slightly different. So you do have to buy them if you want them. These are the MetaQuest Touch Plus controllers. They have improved tracking, and they also have haptic feedback built into the trigger. So while you're pulling the trigger, you're going to feel some resistance. I personally have really enjoyed using these controllers, and I think they're quite comfortable, and I like the haptics on the triggers. But again, they are sold separately. The front of the headset is angled slightly upward compared to the Quest 3, which is completely flat. So I feel like the Quest 4 fits more comfortably on my face, and I also feel like the weight distribution is a bit better too. The Quest 4 does have a slightly larger field of view as well. It's 160 degrees compared to 150 degrees on the Quest 3, but honestly, you're not really going to notice that much of a difference. In terms of the actual display itself, the Quest 4 does have a higher resolution display. The Quest 4 does come with a couple of new controllers, but they're only sold separately. Now let's talk about the upgrades that the Quest 4 brings to the table. Another big upgrade is the eye tracking. Eye tracking allows you to, well, do a bunch of things. One of them is foveated rendering. Another thing that eye tracking allows for is to be able to read text in VR. The last major upgrade is the whole avatar system. So you can create avatars that look exactly like you, or you can create fictional characters. So is it worth the upgrade? Well, that depends on whether or not you're satisfied with your Quest 2. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video.